Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why is because I truly, genuinely care about my clients that come into my coaching. And there is no such coaching like my coaching. All the information for me is below. I coach mainly in audio exchange as well as phone sessions. Now, in both scenarios, we start out with a phone conversation that lasts about an hour, which I record, simply for me to get to know you. And the reason I record it is twofold. I'd like to have it for posterity in case I need to re-listen to it, as well as to take my notes later on after a conversation. I'm all about the notes in this coaching. I'm very thorough. Regardless of the package that you book, audio exchange or the phone session. The difference is that one, you get me on the phone, and the other one, you get me to review your audio and then reply with my own. Either way, I spend a tremendous amount of time doing so because I need to listen to everything you say, take down my notes. It's more or less a transcript of sorts, done in my own way. I write down the notes that I want to say to you. It's done in my own way. I do it by hand. I've made no secret of it. And this is why it takes me a couple, 2 to 3 hours, depending if it's an audio or a conversation on the phone. The reason I do it this way, though, is because, well, many reasons. One is I remember it a lot better if I write it down by hand, but also I get to have my own notations, little kind of like signs, question marks, stars, exclamation marks, etc. for the points that I need to address in my own audio, or basically in my notes to pay attention to some situations. I circle things, I write down things that I want to tell you later. I would recommend that you spend at least 2 to 3 months in my coaching for the full basically package of becoming somebody new. I go through everything, your childhood, adolescence, all the way up until today. And the reason I do it this way is because I'm really, really curious what formed your world up until now. The kinds of situations, the kinds of experiences that really became a part of you, and the kinds of part of you we need to change in coaching, and those are called beliefs. And so I do a tremendous amount of work on the belief work, on the forgiveness, on the processing of emotions. I've dealt in with all sorts of cases. You name it, I've dealt with it. I've dealt with a lot of celebrities. A year ago, I started coaching on YouTube, and I really pride myself in being diligent in this work. You will not find a more dedicated coach anywhere under the sun, and I'm underpricing myself on YouTube for a reason, because I really want to help people. That's my main motivation, and has been since COVID, since I've started this channel, and has been everything that I do is to help people, really. It's a tremendous amount of work, but I really do enjoy it. Now, I really want to address a couple of things before I go into my my subject. I don't mind people recommending some subjects that I discuss, like health and money and this and that. However, when I started this channel, I started talking about certain esoteric subjects that were, to me, on par with where I corresponded with then my clients, and I'm still there with certain clients that have been in my coaching for years. I have no problem somebody recommending a subject. When it becomes a problem, when somebody becomes gratuitously nasty. And I deliver a lot of content on my channel for free. And I'm going to stop doing that if this continues. I'm going to stop doing that at some point, period. And at some point, you're just going to have to pay for it. Because it's complete ingratitude what I encounter at some point in people. And in this particular case, this person Ricky McFarland. She was first congratulating me how my channel was doing so well. And then I guess something happened in your life, Ricky. And all of a sudden, you're commenting something really nasty on my channel. And I wish you well. I don't think it's necessary to come down on anybody who's putting their heart and soul into working with people. But here you are. You're commenting, she's definitely going to hate my comment, but I remember her saying she did not do SP-related content. Then boom, there's nothing but SP content. Her earlier videos have the meat and potatoes. I think that's pretty nasty. You know what I do, Ricky? I help people, and if people ask me to talk about SP-related subjects, then that's what I do. Yeah, I listen to people. And you know what? I don't understand why, if you don't like my channel, then just get off. Ciao, ciao. Goodbye. Have a nice life. What's your problem? What's your problem? Tell me what's your problem. Seriously, what's your problem? I don't understand people like that. Like, I really, really fucking don't. Don't enjoy what you're listening to? Fuck off. That's it. Period. The end. I don't have anything against you. I'm here to help people who genuinely need help. And I saw that a lot of people were misinformed in terms of SP subject. And I jumped on this subject simply because I saw how much misinformation that is. Have you not listened to my channel? Hello? I swear to God. And I wanted to read this something to you really quick in parentheses here. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk. Oh my God, I'm Russian and I'm still he's Ukrainian, I think. But Gary Vaynerchuk, he's an entrepreneur and a speaker. And he was talking about like the people who are nasty. And I endure a lot of this, like some of this is not necessary, towards somebody who's just trying to do good. And he said, at some point you develop the inability to even care about people's actions, like who act like this. I'm getting there. I'm still like, I'm very I consider myself an empath, and I'm very caring towards people, which is why I do what I do. And then he says, I put it on the shelf somewhere there as if it never happened. And he says, you can play with yourself in that cocoon of whatever you feel about me. And I want to say this to everybody who doesn't like me and doesn't like my channel. I don't care. I never asked you what it is I should talk about. This is my channel. I get to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And if I want to help people with their SP problems, that's what the fuck I'll do. Okay? Okay. And then he says, these people who are acting nasty, I address them. You've now become an energy that's not a good use of time. You've now become an energy that's not a good use of time. When you become nasty towards somebody, you're irrelevant, essentially. And I have deep sympathy towards you. But like Gary, I too sympathize with people like that because, and I quote him, the thought at this point in my life that you would want to spend any amount of your time hurting someone is outrageously foreign to me. Let me repeat it one more time. The thought at this point in my life that you would want to spend any amount of your time hurting someone, even by a comment, is outrageously foreign to me. So do me a favor and fuck off. I don't subscribe to you. You don't subscribe to me. I'm here to help people. The end. Parenthesis here. The link is below to my new audio. I just recorded a new audio for sale. How to get a text from your SP. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you like it. Let me know what you want me to record next. I have obviously a bunch of ideas, but I'd like for you to, this is for you to keep. The audio will be about 30 minutes. This one is about 27 minutes. I will keep it like 30, 35, something around there minutes. But this is for you to keep, to re-listen and re-listen. And this is something that I go over in precision and coaching. Nothing that I go over in on my channel, because on my channel I go over in generally speaking what you need to do. All right. The subject of today, how to get him to propose. Now, parenthesis here, this doesn't have to be a situation where you are in a relationship and everything is hunky-dory. It just really doesn't have to be this way. It has to do, okay, with consciousness. I have had so many different cases in my coaching where there was no possibility of getting a proposal, and the person got the proposal. The woman got the proposal. There was, out of the blue, all of a sudden, they've gotten the proposal. It has to do with consciousness. It has to do with you being in tune with what it is you want to create, okay? You may not have seen this person, in a couple of years, in many years, maybe even in 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is your decision and your intention. What it is that you're intending today. Have you realized that this is the person you want to get married to? It's not about their decision. Keep in mind, it's about your decision. It's about what you have decided today. So you decided, I think this is the guy, this was the guy for me after all. And I want to change some things about him. There is that. And we can work on this in coaching, like I said, prescription and this and that. But the thing is, you have decided, I want a proposal from this person. And I want them to propose this way and that way. And that's what I really want. And can I tell you something? This is so easy to manifest. And yes, Dante, New York, la la la. It's not that I don't talk about money and health. This is a subscriber of mine who commented, how come you don't talk about health and money? Honestly, I'll be completely honest with you. Because it's so very obvious to me. I've made a lot of money in my life, and it has come so naturally to me. I probably would, I don't know, I would just be like, well, just put a number on paper and you'll get it, And for me, it's easier to explain everything else through the SP work. You see, because people pay attention to the matters of the heart a lot sooner than the money. The money is just like the matters of the heart or the health. It all has to do with love, right? So if you love who you are, if you love life, if you love that person, if you love money, if you love yourself and your body, how you are, la la la, you don't have problems anywhere. But for me, it's easier to discuss it from the framework of SP. So it's the easiest thing in the world is to attract money. The easiest thing in the world is to attract health. I just wouldn't probably be the perfect person to explain, well, you feel like you're okay and you're fine, and that's how you get it. It's like one time somebody asked Meryl Streep, well, did you ever think about teaching acting? And she said, no, because I would be horrible at it. And the interviewer said, why? Well, I would just go there and say, well, just feel it. And I'm exaggerating, but the thing is, whenever I wanted money, whenever I wanted to manifest something, I just wrote it down and it came true in a very short amount of time. Now I'm going to explore the subject. It's not that. And with health, the same thing. Whenever I was feeling somewhat iffy or whatever, it's not that I have never felt like whatever, something was not awry with me, but I just put myself in a state like I have to get better by tomorrow because I have to go get this job done in modeling, or I have to go get this done. And I just got better. And that's intention. But the thing is, it's better illustrated through the SP work because you are paying more attention somehow to the outside world. It has more reflection onto you. And so you pay more attention rather than to yourself. People in their original state, they pay more attention towards the other person, at least most people, and unless you're a psychopath of some kind, because they care about the other person. And so the reflection of the other person's behavior means more to them than themselves sometimes. And so how you learn things, I think it's from the behavior of others towards you. And that's what my point is really. And so if you want to get a proposal from your SP, just imagine it. Put yourself in this wondrous state of being that person who's being proposed to. They've decided even if they had a third party, even if they're whatever, undecided, haven't seen them for years, blah, 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 blah. Scripted, decided, imagine it. Start feeling that this person walking around out there, quotation marks, parenthesis here, there is no out there. There's always, everything is happening in your mind. You are receiving the situation right now. You cannot be impatient. You cannot be like, why isn't it happening right now when I want it to? You have to feel like you already are engaged. For women, right? You have to feel like she already said yes. You have to feel like you're on the way to marriage. If you were married or if you were engaged to this person, would you feel anxious? Would you feel doubtful? Would you feel like, I don't know if it's going to happen? No, you would not. You would feel like, this is my husband to be. This is my husband. This is my wife. This is my bride to be. This is my wife to be. We're forming a relationship that's going to stand the test of time, and we're going to have children. We're going to have homes and vacations and this and that and the other. You're not doubting it. So the feeling has to precede the manifestation, always. Even if it's a text from an SP or whatever it is, you have to start becoming the husband or the wife of that person first. So if you are the husband or the wife, after the proposal and after the marriage and the wedding and this and that, what are you doing? Are you in bed with them? Are you making love to them? Are you making breakfast to them? Are they making breakfast for you? Are you having discussions where to go for the honeymoon? Are you choosing names for your children? Whatever. Are you shopping for a pet? What are you doing afterwards? Right? And so the proposal itself is not really the job. The job is to get you to feel like it's already here. It's already here. And of course, parentheses here, always insert this. If you want to really do the work on yourself, if you're like somewhere in a never land of SP land where you're not even communicating with this person, get into my coaching. I will do my best to help you, provided you will do the work, okay? You have to show up and do the work. People who show up and do the work do tremendously well in my coaching. One or two, just I can't deal with people being lazy, all right? You just have to show up and do the work. I'm not lazy. I work very, very hard. And so you do have to do the same. The feeling of that, being so stable in the relationship, there are no more third parties, you're married, you have the house, you have the children, you have the whatever. That's the feeling that you have to embrace. It's not just a proposal. It's not just the engagement ring on your left hand. It's not just feeling like, oh my God, he chose me. But what happens next? Right? So you could be engaged. Lots of people get engaged and then get unengaged. But I would assume that you want to get engaged and then get married, right? And so what follows after? What's the plan? And you always have to have a plan afterwards and afterwards and after that. For women, I mean, I would look at wedding dresses, engagement rings. I mean, tuxedos for your groom, for places to go get married, for music you want to play, the cake you want to fucking eat, the guests you would invite, etc., etc. But everybody's different, right? Which is why coaching, I'm doing 3 things here. I hope you will appreciate, which is why I don't appreciate ungrateful comments like these. I'm doing this, the audios from my channel. I'm doing these audios that are more specific for people who want to save money, quote unquote, and purchase my audios. And I'm doing coaching. Give me a fucking break, all right? I'm doing my best here. I personally have been proposed to like 4 times. And it hasn't been a thing. I don't know what the whole fascination is, truly. And I have this blasé thing about this whole thing, which is why I guess it makes me a good coach because of these reasons, because I don't take any of this seriously. I don't. I consider the most serious thing is working on yourself. Okay? That's where the meat and potatoes lie. Fuck. Meat and potatoes. Who eats meat and potatoes? Anyway, for me, since I was 15, I've been working since I was 15 as a model. I haven't stopped working since. And I've been always curious how I can better my life. And that has been the everything of the story of my life. How can I become a better person? The ESP and the money and the health and this and that, you know what? That's secondary. It really is, because if you've got your shit together in your mind, you've got your shit together everywhere, including your health, including your everything. If you are truthful to who you are, if you're doing what you want to do for a living, if you're true to your emotions, if you're not feeling like attacking a coach in the comments, then your life is intact and you don't have any issues, my darling. You don't. But what it takes is the work on yourself. And that's what I'm here for. This is why I offer coaching. You don't have to be the most talented, the most beautiful, the richest person on earth at all. But at all. And you can revolutionize your life. Nobody has to know your name. You can be a secret millionaire for all I care. I've known all sorts of people, and there are people who just don't give a shit. They just walk around in, simple clothing and whatever. But you know what they have? What most people don't? Magnetism. And that's something that you have to develop on your own sweet time, through coaching, through mentoring, through some kind of understanding, where things come to you, things chase you. Did you hear that sports car? The whole street just shook. Swear, some Ferrari bullshit. Okay, and he's coming back for another round. Anyway, I'm sorry if you didn't hear it. It's pretty profound. You can be magnetic without being the most perfect, the most beautiful person in the world. You can have anybody propose to you. You can have any money you want. You can have any health you want. You can have whatever the fuck you want. As long as you understand who you are, you know how to work on yourself, you know how to process your beliefs and emotions and all that jazz. And then, quite frankly, all of this conversation is irrelevant. If you know who you are, you can do anything you want. And here's why. And I will include this as a nod to one of my subscribers who was polite enough, as opposed to one who was not. I don't tolerate people who are nasty. I really don't. It's disgusting. Attracting money is like attracting a lover. It really is the same thing. And here's why. It goes back to magnetism. If I'm magnetic, if I'm so secure, go watch my video. the magnetism of a secure person attracts your SP, makes your SP your bitch, or something to that effect. The link is below, I think. We'll find it somewhere. I don't know. It's like money is chasing after you. You don't have to chase after it. It's chasing after you. You have to make yourself the golden Buddha and make yourself the magnet of the money. You come to me. You are my bitch. Make money your bitch. Make your SP your bitch. Make health your bitch, for that matter. No, I am healthy no matter what. That's my affirmation. I don't care how tired I am. I take naps in the middle because I get up at like an ungodly hour of 4 a.m. and then I have to take a nap because I stay up till this ungodly hour. I will be up for another couple hours, and New York time it's 11:30 now, and I'll be up for another 2 hours going through some other things. So you can say health is with me no matter what. So then what? That's it. That's all you have to do. But the thing is, it starts with you. And to me, once again, the SP work is the most illustrative way to determine where you're at in your development. At some point, I will do some seminars. I have done seminars already in person and virtually. But, and by the way, you can book a seminar with me. The link is below. It could be up to 10 people for now. And if it's over that, then we can discuss. But basically, it's about $10,000. So basically, each person pays at about $1,000. And you can ask me anything you want. I will prepare whatever you want me to talk about. But you can book me for that, and we can do it virtually or in person if you're in New York. Most people have chosen to do it virtually. But the thing is, right, you really have to decide to make a change for yourself in this lifetime, right here, right now. Not later, but right now. In order to develop the skill of having these manifestations. There's no other way. So if you want somebody to propose to you, if you want to have whatever, that sum of money or whatever that manifestation, however outrageous it is, it truly doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. I only chose the subject because it grabs people's attention so they can learn something. And that's how much I care about people. So if you care about somebody proposing to you and that's your, situation in life, well, that's your, number one priority. Your number one priority should not be that. It should be you. And then, of course, you'll get all the proposals under the sun and all the money under the sun. But the priority is you. And it has always been you and will always be you. And if you've got any of that kind of like misplaced, you're in trouble. I will never be one of those people who says, oh yeah, this is all, this is it. All you should care about, like them paying attention to you. This is how you should get them in 20 seconds or whatever the fuck they say. No, I will always direct your attention towards what you should care about. In a sense, I'm taking the subjects, what other people are talking about, and directing it back to you. Because there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And so let me close with this. If you want this person to propose to you, this guy or this girl, I don't know. I'm sure that there are many different kinds of people listening to me to propose to you. Just know in your heart that you guys, if you feel like you want to marry this person and you want to be with them for the rest of your life, they want the same thing. They want the same thing. They want to grow old with you. They want to have children with you, etc., etc. And so release that doubt once and for all and start believing that this is not only a possibility, that you guys are already married in the heart. And it's only a matter of time till it transpires in the 3D. And that's what it really is about. All manifestations start in the mind first, and then in the heart. In the heart meaning vibration. The heart is more intelligent than your brain. This has been proven by scientists as well. And so the heart sends out these vibrations into the quantum field of the feeling of being already married and in a committed relationship and loving relationship and this and that and the other. And you attract that version of this person who is going to propose to you. Yeah. I left the best for last. Thank you very much for listening. If you've got any questions about my coaching, the email is below. And also, if you just want to go ahead and book, you can also book me for an hour and see if I'm your kind of coach. But ultimately, I do recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me, like I said. But if you have any questions beforehand, the email is below, like I said. Thank you again. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.